welcome to the Recovery Daily podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Miller. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic and stroke survivor. And my mission is to transform every sober day into an actionable and joyful experience. And this episode is dedicated to all the young adults who are courageously embracing dry January. Whether you are a Gen Zer or simply seeing what it feels like to spend the month sober, I salute you and your commitment to an alcohol-free start to the year. So today I'm providing 5 tips to help you stay the course. And these are drawn from my podcast content over the past several months and from my personal experience as a recovering alcoholic. So take it to heart, please, because these are not just strategies to get through being sober for the month. These are the first rungs on the ladder to leading a healthier, more present lifestyle. So this month, for our Reads and Recovery program, we are reading The Unexpected Joy of Being Sober by Catherine Gray. And I've been listening to it on Audible, and she really is speaking to young and old in this book because she talks about how she got sober and, more importantly, what it felt like. She talks about the discomfort of doing what I call firsts, which is like the first time she went to a wedding sober, the first time she went to a nightclub sober, and what it felt like, the discomfort. So I think it's really great, especially if there are some folks that are maybe exploring dry January to test it out for maybe possibly extending it into February. It's a great book to get a little more insight and education on sobriety. Okay, so first up, the next right thing philosophy. This is all about breaking the month into manageable moments. So forget about the whole 31 days. Focus on today, this hour, or even this minute. And this approach makes your goal much more attainable and way less daunting. When someone invites you to happy hour, but you were planning to go to the gym, turn off what I call your wanter and do the next right thing. So I had to turn off my wanter for quite some time before the next right thing became what I actually wanted. Now let's talk about celebrating the wins, no matter how small. So, did you turn down a drink? Then, did you turn to a mocktail? You should reward yourself. So, I like to keep candy on hand at all times. There are not, not everybody thinks that this is the best way to celebrate sobriety, but I'm a huge fan and I'm going to keep doing it. I've been doing it for 7.5 years. I don't sit down and eat an entire bag of Skittles. I use them as rewards. So, like I said, these are on hand for my mini celebrations, and I'm currently celebrating with Airheads because Airheads are vegan, and you recall I started eating vegan several weeks ago, so before Christmas. So candy for me is a sweet reminder that I'm on the right track, and candy makes me happy. I literally smile when I eat candy. So that is my go-to celebration technique. Next is community, and community is key. So connecting with others on the same journey. There are lots of people doing this dry January thing. You can find others in online forums, local meetup groups, dry January events. There's a whole network of people out there. And shared experiences not only provide a safety net, but also amplify your commitment. So there's absolutely no reason or excuse for doing anything alone in this world these days. So log on and Google it, and I'm certain you will find something in your area to do sober. You don't need to be sitting around watching the clock while you're watching, I don't know, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, next. So then there is sober curiosity. So this is just a little recommendation. Like if you're going to spend this time this month being dry without a drink, this is a good time when you've got a clear head to think about what your relationship with alcohol is. So this isn't just a trend that's happening these days. It's a movement really towards understanding the why behind your drinking habits. It's about getting real with yourself and the role alcohol plays in your life. So think about this statement. This is what I'll challenge you with. Here's the statement. Something bad doesn't happen every time I'm drinking, but every time something bad happens, I am drinking. So just think about that. Does that resonate with you? It's a good opportunity, as I said, to think about your relationship with alcohol while you have a clear head, and really do some journaling and get some of that out. And you may find that I say journaling because then it's permanently on paper, and you can pull it back out at any time if you want to relook at it. You know what I mean? So sober curiosity is something great to do in parallel with dry January. And lastly, we substitute and savor. So replace the ritual of your evening drink, for example, with something that is equally delightful. So this could be a hobby that you really enjoy, a workout. I don't know. Some people really get a kick out of working out. I love to run. I can't run right now because of my head, but I do find that when I'm running, like that was the thing that I did actually when I stopped drinking. That was what I started doing, was running, because it just gave me this outlet for me to just kind of just bang that obsession out of my body, and I would just run, and I just it was a good outlet for me. Or you can find some crafted non-alcoholic beverages. There's joy to be found in other ways. So it's all about exploration. So for quite some time after I got sober, I was drinking my own personal crafted non-alcoholic beverage, which was sparkling water with a dash of strawberry lemonade, and it is delicioso. I have switched over to Coke lately. Ever since I had my stroke, I'm like hooked on Coke. They gave it to me in the hospital, and I just can't seem to kick it. But thank goodness Coke is vegan. That's all I have to say. That's my grateful today. Okay. So now here's the fun part. Staying sober doesn't mean staying bored. And like I said, don't sit in front of the TV and watch Wheel of Fortune. I like Wheel of Fortune, but here are some sober, fun activities to enjoy in January. And number one, host a game night with your friends. board games, card games, video games, if you prefer video games. And, get a bunch of snacks together. And, oh, it's just fun. It's super fun. My family, when we get together, specifically my sister, loves to play games. And it does, as much as I am like, I don't want to play games. I always have fun when I do. I just have some sort of resistance to it, but it is fun once we do it. And when my head really was bad several months ago and I couldn't do hardly anything, my boyfriend went out and got some board games. So we played Battleship, and that was fun. Okay, number 2, dive into a DIY project. So one thing that comes to mind that I think is really fun is, how you go to what's the name of the store? It's not coming to me right now. Home Goods, that's it. You go to Home Goods into the uh, paintings and wall art section, and you look at some of these and you're just like, what is that, and why does it cost $99 for that picture? Like, what is that? It's just a big swirly mark. Well, I challenge you to create your own wall art. Go out to the store, go to Michael's, go to Walmart, whatever, and pick up a big canvas and some paints. You don't even have to get the expensive paints. You can go get a kid's pack of paints and just paint your own artwork, and guaranteed it will look just as good as some of that weird shit that they have at Home Goods. So give it a shot. Now is the time while you're sober. Or you could even paint the craziness that's in your head while you are craving a drink, if you are struggling with staying sober. Number 3, get moving with a dance or fitness class. It's exhilarating, and you'll be too busy busting a move to think about booze. And what I've been wanting to do is go on to YouTube and watch dance videos on how to dance. But of course, I missed my chance. I can't look at videos now. If I ever get to watch TV again or watch videos again, I am totally going to do it. I've been wanting to. I'm a terrible dancer. I don't understand dancing. I don't know how to do it. I do it when nobody's watching with my vacuum and with my dogs. But other than that, I try to hide any sort of rhythm or lack thereof in my body. So dance, dance. It's fun. It's exercise. And if you don't want to do that, like sign up for an exercise class or something like that. Number 4, explore the outdoors. Nature is incredibly sobering and refreshing. And I'll tell you, if there's one place that I want to be when I am either frustrated or just feeling overwhelmed, it's outside. So go hiking, go biking, or just take a long walk. Go take a long walk through the woods with a partner, and find a walking stick, and then whittle the end of it with a rock or something like that. I did that once with my family, and I all went to a park called Kakapen in West Virginia, and I was the young active aunt, so I was still drinking back then. But that's totally doesn't matter in the story, but it's something that sticks out in my head. Anyway, I took all the kids, my 2 kids and all the cousins, and we went walking in the woods, and we found walking sticks, and then we whittled the end of them, and everybody had so much fun, including me. So explore the outdoors. And number 5 is indulge in a culinary adventure. So cook a fancy dinner or go out and find like the best dessert spots in the town or city where you live. Each activity is an opportunity to really rediscover the pleasures of life, untainted by alcohol. And I think a lot about what life was like as a kid before I was even introduced to alcohol and I didn't know any better. And life really felt different back then. And I got that back when I got sober. It's amazing that I was able to get that back. There is some sort of feeling, it's like innocence or something that comes back after I entered into sobriety. And it's like when I have fun, it's real fun. Like I feel it thoroughly. Joy is like, I talk about it all the time. It's something that's like living and breathing inside of me. And food is so much better. Food just tastes so much better. And drinks. So non-alcoholic drinks, I really enjoy them. I was just talking to, I think I was talking to my boyfriend the other day, and we were talking about how I think if I were to pick up, I don't know if I was talking to him or not, but I was talking to somebody. I don't know why it would be anybody else. I never leave the house. But we were talking about how if I were to pick up a beer or something like that, like it would probably taste gross. The first drink of it would taste gross, but I would just keep drinking until it became that taste that I had of it when I was a active alcoholic. So I just really enjoy my non-alcoholic drinks. And so there you have it. This is the blueprint for a successful dry January. Each day is a chance to commit to your well-being, and I'm absolutely cheering you on every step of the way. The more sober people in the world, the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. So, for more tips and conversations on sobriety, tune in to the Recovery Daily podcast daily. And if you found this podcast helpful, please share it with a friend who might be on a similar path, somebody else that you might be exploring dry January with. So stay strong, stay sober, and stay tuned for the next episode tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you tomorrow.